Good afternoon. This is Chandra McMillion. I'm the founder of the 40-Day Self-Care Challenge. I'm the founder of Live and Give 100. I am encouraging everybody to join me in believing that you can live to 100 years. You can have a life filled with energy and joy and abundance, and that you can give at 100% for all of your years. Today, I wanted to give you a very quick overview to the 40-Day Self-Care Challenge that just kicked off yesterday. I want to make sure that everyone's clear about what's important and that we are able to move together and that you're clear about how much fun and how much benefit you can get from the process. So I literally have exactly 5 minutes for this broadcast because I have a call. So one of the things that I also will be encouraging you to do, my alarm went out already. That was a different alarm. Is to see that there are incredible things that you can do in short periods of time. So don't make an excuse in terms of, oh, I can't fit it in. You can fit in what's most important, and self care is critical. So let me go through my PowerPoint super quickly because, as I said, I do have an upcoming call, but I am so glad that you are here with me. And this is for all of those who were not able to participate in the live broadcast or have followed up with me to say that you have questions. So, first of all, this challenge is about caring for your spirit, soul, and body. If you are not familiar with our website, feel free to go to it if we have more information at www.liveandgive100.com. You can sign up for the challenge there, as well as find out more about the challenge and about myself. So today I'm going to quickly go through what is the goal, the process, and answer questions and next steps as relates to the self-care challenge. I want to remind you of a couple of quotes that I think speak to this self care challenge is that what lies behind us and what lies before us are only tiny matters compared to what lies within us. There's so much in us that we don't even have a chance to give and share because we're not taking good care of ourselves. Also, it's critical that we understand that there's only one corner of the universe that we can be certain of improving, and that's your own self. So, again, self care will help you with this. Our teaching about this journey is intended to bring us to a single destination, a place where self giving love reigns from a pure heart, a clean conscience, and a genuine faith. Again, when you take good care of yourself, you have the ability to give all the love that has been placed in you. You can have a clean conscience and a genuine faith when you really are taking the time to care for your spirit, soul, and body. So, the goal of this self care challenge is to inspire, encourage, and engage you in a process of helping you take better care of your whole self and to establish a new level of self care for the rest of your life. It's important to note that there's about 50 people who have signed up for the self care challenge, and um, they are at various levels of personal commitment to self care. So there are people who are outstanding and really have a great practice, and they're looking to take it to the next level. There are people that are like, what is self care? They're just giving and giving, and they don't have time or make time for themselves. So this challenge can help you at whatever part of the spectrum that you're on, but the goal is to help you take your self care to the next level. What will you receive for $40? So this 40-day challenge does cost $40, which is a very small investment in yourself and absolutely is not compensating me for all the time and energy that is being put into the process. But that's not what's most important. We simply have some administrative and other costs, and you'll see the benefits right here. So first you have me as a partner, as a sojourner with you, because I'm doing the challenge myself, and a facilitator of this process. I've had the benefit of coaching and consulting with many people for over 20 years. I've had my own health challenges that I have successfully overcome. I have walked with people, in particular my grandmother, who was able to make a decision that she wanted to live to 100, and she did live to 100. And so, what I will be sharing throughout this journey is what I have learned through my own experience, through literally walking with others whose lives I hope to emulate in terms of being in excellent health for all of my years, and also through the research. I have an extensive library and have been researching this topic for many years and decided to focus on this topic because I know that it makes a difference for every person that I've worked with in my consulting practice, when I was in corporate America, when I was in government, and as I work with uh, philanthropists and nonprofits at this point in time. The common denominator, I'm working with busy people who are big givers who really need to basically fill their well on a regular basis instead of giving everything away. You have more to give when you fill your own well regularly, and that's what self-care does. So you have a partner to encourage you in self-care. You also have a process. This is a unique process. I've benchmarked and studied what is out there on self-care challenges, and I don't know, did not come across any that really have the unique focus that we have on being consistent, doing things on a daily basis, and focusing on nurturing your spirit, soul, and body. Also, the practice. This is a safe space for you to try out new things. There's an extraordinary community of people from across the United States, from across different professions, ranging from age 16 to 76, who have had, again, different health challenges, and just wonderful people that are part of this journey. And basically, all of them are connected with me because I love them, because I respect them, and because I want them to live an incredible life and to do all that God has created them to do. And then also, there is a promise with this self-care challenge. The promise is that you will absolutely gain new insights and that this change will be lasting. A lot of things we do are temporary and feels good in the moment, but we don't keep it. This challenge is about creating a change in your life and lifestyle and way of being. So also I want to let you know there's a few extra benefits. So this is part of the development and the completion of my upcoming book, The Essentials of Self-Care, Spirit, Soul, and Body. And everybody who participates, and part of what your $40 is covering, is a signed copy of the book. You'll also receive VIP invitation to book launch events. Know that the information that you'll be sharing will be kept strictly confidential. And if there's anything that I'm like, wow, this would be great for other people to know, I will request that in writing, and then you can let me know if it's authorized, and then I will share it based on your written authorization. Also, I know that people are going to be amazed by the difference that this challenge is going to make in their life. And so I want to be able to share those stories in my book. So some people will receive invitations to be included in the book because they participated in this process. So what is the process? Very quickly, 5 core components. First, what I'm calling beneficial self-care activities. There are things that you know that you need to do. There are things that you've been doing that you know that you need to continue. And I will be supporting you in that. I have my own practice. I'm going to be focusing on walking 6 days a week and extending the amount of time that I walk, because walking is something that I've always done. It yields great benefits, and I recommend it. There's a whole host of things. Praying. There's several things that I do to nurture my spirit, my soul, and my body, and I encourage you to come up with those activities. But the activities are not what's the most transformational. These other 5 components are. So number 2, every week there'll be a challenge that I will submit to you in advance, and then daily assignments. And this is where the accountability comes in. I'm going to be taking my self-care to the next level, in part because I'm going through this process with you. And because I'm doing it with you, I really am going to have to amp it up myself. And so when you report to me what you've been doing, and each of the assignments will only take 5 minutes maximum. If you find yourself taking more than 5 minutes, I'm going to ask you to stop, because I want you to see how big of a difference taking a few minutes could make, doing tiny things, how big of a difference it could make. One of the things I'll be including is sharing information on a periodic basis of suggested reading and other things that I've learned. One of them will be the 1% principle, how 1%, how 1 degree, how the littlest of things can make a huge difference, like the difference between not boiling at 211 degrees and boiling at 212. I'll talk about that more later. Number 3 is that you will be texting or emailing me your daily assignment so that I know that you're doing it, and so that you have that accountability. If you miss a day or something happens and it needs to be on a slightly different schedule, we'll deal with it. But you'll get the best results if you do it every day and you submit it to me every day. Also, we'll have weekly check-ins. The check-ins will be either online or in person for those who are in the Metro Detroit area. It will be a learning lab where I will share what I've been learning from you, some common themes and insights, and then I will encourage those who are part of the process to share. But mostly it'll be for us to have fun, because self-care is fun, and I want people to see how much fun it can be when we do it together. And then the fifth component is that through this process, I will encourage and trust you to develop a new self-care plan for life, a three-dimensional self-care plan that you'll be able to do for the rest of your life. So again, whatever level you're at, I'm asking you to take it to the next level, but don't start by doing the plan. Some people have already submitted to me what they're doing, and what people have submitted are a list of activities. The three-dimensional self-care life plan will really be three-dimensional, and it will be at a deeper level than what you've probably done before. So you have to go through the process so that you will have the insights and awareness and the experience that will enable you to take it to another level. I want to just highlight quickly a great quote from Parker Palmer, which is, "Self-care is never a selfish act. It is simply good stewardship of the only gift I have, the gift that I was put on earth to offer others." So what makes this unique? Again, it's designed to anchor you, to develop and maintain and elevate your self-care. It's inside out. So we're not going to focus on doing first. We really want to focus more on the inside. There are things that you can do that you should be doing, but the focus of this challenge is really for you to consider, to know, and to see what are the things that will make the biggest difference. So we'll also be doing high leverage sort of experiences and activities and things to think about. Everything isn't the same. Everything that we do doesn't yield the same benefit. So part of what will be highlighted are those things that make the biggest difference in terms of self-care, that it's not about time, but it is about how you do what you do. Also, that this will be a roadmap for you. So we're going to give you a way to go. We'll also give you guideposts, things to help you say, like, hold it, here's where I need to create some boundaries so that I can be more successful and not all over the place. It will also ground you in terms of a compass to really be clear about where you're trying to go and how to stay on the right path. But ultimately, it'll be a gathering space for a plan that is engineered by you to take you to the next level and to have a new lifestyle. And then number 4, that we are learning and growing together. Together, will not just do good for others, because everybody who's in this challenge, they have been really good to others. I can personally attest to how everybody in this challenge has been a blessing to my life. But also be good to yourself. So the 40-day challenge has several critical success factors. So the first one is committed. You must be committed to yourself. You must be committed to wholeness. There really is nothing that you have going on that investing in self-care won't help you be better at. And failing to invest in self-care and to really see the incredible transformational principles and practices and thinking and perspectives that will come as a result of this challenge, those are the things that will enable you to do better and to have time. If you don't have time for something new, something that's only going to take a few minutes out of your day, then you're doing something wrong. So commitment is first. Then vision. I want you to be able to see the new you as a result of this challenge, the new way of life, the new way of having peace, of having joy, of having all that is the best of the human experience, having all that God has created for us to have. I want to encourage you to really see how caring for and taking care of yourself on a regular basis will enable you to be more clear, more focused, be more loving, more balanced, to be more supportive, to receive support better, and to have everything that you need. Also, I invite you to try on what I'm suggesting, some of which will be things you've tried before and you didn't necessarily like or didn't think worked for you. But at this point, even if you tried it before, I'm asking you to try it as a part of this process. There's other things that will be brand new to you. And you may be like, oh, I'm not familiar with that. I don't know how that's going to work. There's nothing that I'm going to ask you to do that is going to be outlandish. Actually, you're going to be amazed at the simpleness of the things that I am asking you to do. But they will be profound. Only you will discover it if you try it on. And then also, less is more. People have sent me lists of 7 to 15 things that they're looking to have as a part of their plan. I encourage you to do less. For some people, there's only 1 or 2 things that you're going to need to do that will really make a huge impact in your life. And we'll discover those together. But I really want to have you focus on trying things that are lasting, habits that are lasting, the things that really matter. And to remember that most success, whether great or small, happens 1 step at a time and often in baby steps. So your week 1 challenge is to be still and know, to literally practice stillness for at least 10 minutes a day. Do this every day for this week. This is the fundamental self-care challenge. And your first assignment is to do a selfie. Don't send me a selfie. I want you to take a selfie, because I think you will be amazed that for some of you, you'll literally be able to see the visible difference in yourself from the beginning of the challenge to the end. And then I also want you to send me 7 words that describe you at your best and having achieved your self-care goals. On day 2, I'm asking for a love letter. There's details and guiding questions to help you with that. But basically, I just want to encourage you to really have a documentation of your love for yourself. Number 3, day 3, I want you to make a list of who matters most to you. These are the people that you're doing this challenge for. Then day 4, what matters most to you? These are the things, the callings, the causes that you contribute to and that you'll be able to contribute to more. Day 5, I want to find out your questions. What do you want to know more about? What questions do you have about self-care? And then through this process, I will look to see if we can answer all of them. On day 6, I want to find out about your self-care needs. It may seem strange that that's towards the end of the process, but keeping in mind what I have done instead of the upfront survey is to incorporate these things into the challenge. But sometimes your awareness of what your needs can be clarified after you've considered some of these other things. So that's why it's in day 6. And then day 7, I want to find out about your experience with self-care. Some of you I know have had wonderful experience. Like I've had incredible experiences, especially traveling to Asia and going to the Caribbean and various places in the world for self-care. But I want to learn about your experience, learn what your best experience has been. And I want to find out, but more so, I really want you to think about what brings you joy. What nourishes each aspect of yourself, spirit, soul, and body. So just a quick example, like the shortest thing, because I'm not looking for length, I'm looking for quality. So for the your love letter to yourself, it could almost be as simple as this. Dear me, you are awesome, strong, beautiful, loved, smart, and so special. I just thought I would remind you of that. And you can address it to your name, you can address it to your nickname, you can address it to an aspect of yourself, but literally write a letter to yourself. So to wrap up with questions, I know some of you have said how much you benefited from just knowing about the challenge, and you know that there's others that you'd like to invite to join the challenge. The answer is yes, they can still join, but they need to do so as soon as possible. Also, if you still have questions, can you contact me? Yes, all of my contact information is on the website, www.liveandgive100.com. Also, I want you to submit your assignments on a daily basis. That's been the most frequent question thus far. Do you really want it every day? The answer is yes, every day. You could submit it any time of day, and I absolutely do not want you to take more than 5 minutes to do it. I encourage you to at least try it. Again, if something happens, you need to skip a day or submit it on the weekend, fine. But just know that you get the maximum benefits from this challenge when you do it every day and submit it to me every day, because the act of submitting it to me will actually increase your accountability, and it also will increase your awareness and thinking about the challenge in a different way. Also, just to summarize, next steps, check your email. For those of you who've already signed up for the challenge, you have already received your 1-week guide. For those who will be signing up after this, you'll get your guide immediately. There's also a memorandum of agreement, which just says that you understand that this process is voluntary, that it's a pilot, that your information will be kept confidential. It highlights, let me see, try to find that page. I'm not seeing it handy here. But it just highlights a couple of things to just make sure that we're clear. And then also, I'll be looking to find out when is the best time for us to connect for our weekly check-in. And ideally, I'd love to begin with an in-person check-in for the first week. And then again, go ahead and begin submitting your assignments if you haven't done so already. So this is day 2. So the selfie and the 7 words should be easy. The love letter should be easy as well. So I want to thank you for being a part of the self-care challenge. For learning about it, for listening to this video. I don't think I was successful in terms of 5 minutes. I was expecting a call, but it hasn't come in. But hopefully you will find this to be very beneficial. And if you have any questions, please give me a call. Again, I am available and look forward to seeing you look better, hearing about how you feel better, hearing about how you have more energy. Seeing how your spirit, your level of joy, your ability to love and give. And some of you I know are dealing with some very serious healthcare challenges. And you may not believe that the simple things that I'm going to ask you to do may actually result in your cancer going away, in your arthritis going away, and your allergies going away, and your serious health conditions going away. But expect there to be a change, minimal improvement, and for some people, miraculous and supernatural transformation at the spirit, at the soul, and at the body level. So thank you for joining. And I look forward to working with you, walking with you, and being better together. Thank you.